welcome to the Wrestling Collector Zone. Today what I have for you is we made a trip out to the Chicago area to the Pro Wrestling Tees shop, where they actually have a shop you can visit besides just going on ProWrestlingTees.com and ordering. You can go and visit the shop and actually purchase some of the stuff in the store. They have a very limited amount compared to what they actually have online, but it's still a great at least one-time visit for someone like me coming from Michigan. It was a long ride, a little over a 3-hour ride, so I was willing to make the trip at least one time to check it out and see what the store was all about. In the video you're gonna see that we just kind of did like a shoot around the store a little bit, taking some video of what they had in the store, as well as like something that was very special they had in the store was they have their dressing room. There is a door that is signed by every wrestler, independent and bigger name and legend or whatever, that has ever visited the actual store themselves and even did like autograph sessions and stuff like that. They have signed the door, so that was something really interesting to see, and that's kind of priceless. Like, honestly, you could not put a price on that door where there's so many autographs, it would be impossible to. Overall, it was just a great trip. They had like the micro brawlers, they had shirts, they had hats, they had pens, everything in the store. That it was just great to kind of look at a little bit and check out and see. And I was real happy with the visit. And just able to check out and see everything that they had in the store. And I kind of, talked to the employee a little bit, and she just gave us kind of information and background on the store a little bit and what they actually do in store and what they don't. But it was just an overall pretty great trip to make and check out the Pro Wrestling Tees shop. If you're ever in the Chicago area or you live in the Chicago area and you get a chance to go to the Pro Wrestling Tees shop, I would definitely suggest it. Now stick around till the end of the video. After, we're going to go ahead and play some of the video clips in the store, and then stick around to the end of the video and I'll show you exactly what I purchased while I was there at the store.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but like A.R. Fox, Effie, it's one of my favorites. Anthony Henry, you know, and then there's like L.I.J., Ricky the Steamboat, you know, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Jerry Lynn, I mean, yeah, Nasty Boys, Badass Massa, you know, even like super fans, right? Tony Schiavone, Keith Lee.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. This is one of my favorite things to show people. Because it's like, wow, there's some serious names on here.
Yeah, the store's like priceless. Like
Scarlett, Noelle Foley.
You couldn't even like, it's impossible to even put a price on that door if it was to be sold.
Yeah, Dalton Castle, Stay Limber, with the little peacock feather. How cute, right? Yeah, so Jeff Cobb, DDP, like I was saying.
That's cool.
But I was telling her that my favorite is the Hacksaw Jim Duggan 2x4, because like when I was a little girl, I'd always like take the, you know, my dad's a Vietnam vet, so we always have American flags around the house. So I'd be like, I got my 2x4, my American flag, and I'd beat people up. That's so cool. Yeah, X-Pac, you know. Yeah.
That's really cool.
I think it's pretty awesome. And then there's like, you know, like Effie and Alex Zane, you know, like people that are coming up and like are indie legends, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
That's really awesome. Alright, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video of while we were in the Pro Wrestling Tees store. And you guys kind of got to at least see a little bit. I wish I could have recorded more, but there wasn't a whole lot to record in the store. It was an overall just quick glance for you guys to see the store and kind of share with you something special and share our trip to the Pro Wrestling Tees shop with you guys. That was something I wanted to do. Real special, especially like I probably would have waited later till next year to go to the Pro Wrestling Tees shop, but I want to do something special for you guys and put out a special video, so we decided to visit the Pro Wrestling Tees shop sooner so that we could share that with you guys. Alright, now to get to what I purchased. First, what I picked up was I had saw that they had the Pro Wrestling Tees hats, which this is a fitted hat. These were actually $6.99 while I was in the store, so I went ahead and picked up one of these. I'm not a big hat wearer, but I figured I would pick it up for like $6.99. The next is another hat as well, but this is a winter hat. I figured I would prepare for our winter coming up, since it is, I live in Michigan and we get a lot of snow and it gets real cold. This is a AAA Lucha Libre Worldwide with the AAA logo winter hat. It's like a beanie hat. And on the back end, nothing, but in the front end has the AAA logo. So that was something real nice. Those are a little bit more expensive, more than what I wanted to pay. The next one is they had a rack of stuff that was 25% off. That was clearance. And they did have one thing left in my size on there. And that was a Bullet Club hoodie. I've always wanted a Bullet Club hoodie and never picked one up. And so I finally got the chance to go ahead and pick one up. And that was the front side. And here's the back side. And those were on clearance for, I believe it was $25 off, so you really couldn't beat it. You know. That it was, the hoodies are really expensive to start with. They're, I think, around like $55-60, but then 25% off, brought it down to a more reasonable price that I was willing to pay for it. So I was real glad and happy to pick that up as well, and that'll be great for like the winter and fall coming up. And then they had 2 shirts that they didn't have these already pre-made, but I had talked to the girl, and she said, the woman in the shop, and she said that they had some of the stencils in store, that right now with the pandemic going on, they didn't have a ton of the stencils in the store, but they still had a few, and so she was able to make me these shirts. And this is the AEW regular logo shirt. And then this, I was really happy to pick up. I'm real glad that they had the stencil for this one. And this is the, the Villain Enterprises Chicago design shirt for Marty Scurll there. And I was really happy to pick that up. And I believe that's all that I had picked up in the store, because their stuff, varies. Some of it is pretty expensive, some of it's not. Each shirt would cost me about like $30. The hoodie was like around $30-$40. So, with the prices that I paid, I tried to keep the budget kind of low because of how much gas I was paying driving all the way to Chicago, it being a 3-hour drive. So I did pick up a few things, was happy to do that. And overall, it was just like I said, to me, it was a great trip. I, myself, don't think I would ever make a 3-hour ride again to the Pro Wrestling Tees shop unless something special is going on. Don't get me wrong, it was amazing. If I lived closer, like 2 hours closer, or I lived in Chicago, you better believe I would be visiting on a normal basis to the Pro Wrestling Tees shop, just in general, because it's great. It was a great atmosphere. The lady that was working was real nice and talkative, and informative, and just overall, it was a great experience to visit the Pro Wrestling Tees shop and check out what they had to offer. They had, some great random stuff, like they had mystery boxes, but they only had them in smalls. It was like 3 t-shirts in there. They had, like I said, the micro brawlers, pins, shirts, hoodies, you name it. So overall, it was great. And actually, it turns out that the lady that I talked to in the shop, I can't remember her name for some reason. It was just because a lot of stuff was going on that day. So I can't remember what her name was, but turns out she is the one that actually, for the pro wrestling, it was pretty neat to, meet someone that was involved in that. But she said she's actually the one that chooses and stuffs the pro wrestling crates, the micro brawler, and the pen each month. So that was kind of neat to meet someone that's involved in that as well. But overall, it was a great experience. If you're closer, even if you're at a distance where I am, like 3 to 4 hours, and you want to make a trip to Chicago, especially because Chicago has a lot of great stores you can visit, like the Disney store, the Lego store, and their mall, stuff like that. So if you're willing to make a trip to Chicago, if you live further, drop on into the Pro Wrestling Tees shop. It was a great experience, real fun, informative, and just great to check it out. And like I said, if you live closer, definitely check it out, because it's worth checking out from now on, like I said, I'll be ordering from them online versus actually going into the store, unless maybe, we might be going back later or sometime next year because my sister-in-law lives in Chicago, or we might just go to make a day trip to Chicago or something like that. Then I'd be willing to stop in and check it out again, stuff like that. But otherwise, I wouldn't make a specific trip that far to check it out. From now on, I'll just be ordering from ProWrestlingTees.com versus actually making that long trip all the time. But overall, like I said, I enjoyed it. This was something special I wanted to make for you guys and show you guys what is out there. And that Pro Wrestling Tees does have a shop, and it was really special just to at least stop in and check it out. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode of the Wrestling Collector Zone. Make sure you drop the thumbs, or give us a thumbs up for the like. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit that notification bell. Let your other people or your other friends know about the actual page, because again, once we hit that 100 subscribers, we're going to start doing those giveaways. And overall, like I said, just make sure you hit that subscribe, notification bell, and thanks again for watching. You guys have a great day, and this was the Wrestling Collector.